I'm Josh.
I'm Zach. We're the DeBolt brothers.
And we're here to bump you up. We began the company in late, would it be October of 2013?
Oh my goodness!
Out of a spare refrigerator box.
Didn't even have a home when it was an
Nope.
idea. It was just a thing.
Nope.
It was a thing we used to sit and just talk about that the world needed.
No, and that's the thing. It was the idea was bred from the fact that we were, number one, is we came from the corporate world. And so we were consistently, working in these spaces where we were seeing, the big thing, seeing social media was becoming a much bigger thing in how businesses were communicating with their audience, how they were communicating with their clients, their patients, their customers, whatever it may be. And that we saw that shift was happening and how social was going to become such a bigger thing for how businesses did this. And working in those circles, we were consistently being given that hat, of, hey, do that, help us do that. And here we're 10 other hats, and here's online marketing and here's digital marketing, and do all that.
And anybody out there like working in marketing or like in business development, you know what that's like. You know what it's like to go into the weekly meetings, and you know what it's like to go back to your cubicles, and you know what it's like to sit at your desk and know that this is an important thing, that social isn't just a thing for your friends and family and people to talk to. It's a crazy important business tool.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a joke. It's not a toy. In the beginning, nobody really knew what social was or what it was going to be. It was very much a tool that we looked at as just a way to communicate with each other individually more. Communicate with our families. Grandma in California could see her grandchild in New York and communicate instantaneously. And see each other's lives unfold on a day-to-day basis. And while it still is that, it evolved to be so much more than that, in that businesses have all been operating in traditional media and traditional marketing for so long that they look at things like TV and radio and billboard and print, and they see those as being, many still see those as being like, that's where I need to advertise. That's where I need to market.
Like that's marketing.
Right.
Yeah, somehow access to millions of people on another platform isn't the same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's that you have to treat social media the same way, is that not only are you able to produce some great content and put it out on a platform like television, now you can control the entire process. Now you have literally your own station, is that you control how you put it out, what you put out, the message that it's going to be, and you control the entire process from A to Z now, versus where you had to create something, then hand it off to somebody else who then put it out on a platform and then gave you very little to no data as to how successful that was.
There's just no middle. Like the internet democratized everything, and there's no middle anymore. You don't have to go through a middle channel. It's straight from you to your customers, straight from you to the consumer. Like that's everything. That's everything. We don't want to get too preachy on this, but I mean, that is the whole reason behind the social brand agency. That is the whole reason behind Sociallutions. This is community marketing. This is a community-based platform where you want direct access to your audience. You want to talk directly to them. That was what this vision was when we started, is businesses on every level. And this means that the small business now has a chance, is that you can now leverage this against big business that was cutting you out before. Not anymore. The middle's gone. You can go directly at the consumer now. You can get online, you can connect directly with them, and you can have a brand now, not just a business. And that is the most valuable thing out there.
It equaled the playing field. It leveled the playing field in the sense that every business has a level playing field on what they can do, And so anyway, that's what, knowing those things, is what drove us to create Sociallutions in the beginning, and to create ourselves as a social brand agency, in that we're going to do all of these different types of digital marketing and online marketing, but we're going to tie them back into social media in some way. And so that was how we started. And like I said, and we literally started in a spare bedroom, in our parents' house. And it was, we're talking about a few hundred square feet. Zach and I crammed together like this, in a desk like this, just the two of us.
No team.
No, we had a couple
no big
couple
spaces,
clients.
no rooms, no studios, no real agency, just the vision and the idea of what could be, because the internet allows for that. And it's the same thing for any business out there right now that's looking at a big corporate business going like, how do we possibly compete with this big thing? The internet.
Yep.
Tomorrow, e-com, sell online. Like, you don't have to have a space right up front. You'll get there.
Yep.
It's like starting a food truck and getting a restaurant. It's the same thing. You can compete with restaurants. Go get a food truck and take it to the people. We took it to the people.
Yep.